Hey, Drue Jameson from LearnGuitarInLondon.com, and I'm playing I Had Some Help by Post Malone and Warren Morgan. Really great modern country song. I'm really enjoying playing it. It's basically a song of two parts. We've got that little picked riff that you heard me do at the beginning, that part, and then it's got some strumming, which I will be showing you a beginner's way of doing and a slightly more intermediate pushing your skills way of doing, okay? So if you want to get the tab to this, it's completely for free at my website, LearnGuitarInLondon.com. It just takes a name and email address to join the student area. I've left a link in the video and a link in the video description. There will also be some helpful tips on screen as we go. Let's start learning it. So we're going to start with the picked riff that happens at the beginning. I'm just going to play you basically just a bar and a bit of it. It goes like this. Okay. So we're using chords that might be familiar, and while I'm saying we're using them as templates. So we are putting down these chords, but we're generally lifting up or taking off fingers from the chords, but they're chords that you might know. So the first chord is based on a F major 7, or I also call it the beginner's F, because it's an F that you can use when you're starting out if you don't want to do the full bar. So we're actually starting it, we're going into that chord, which is this chord here, but we're actually taking out the middle finger of that chord. So you've got this rather than, okay? So the beginning, if you keep that finger on fret 1 held down, it's going to give you a good head start with getting into the first part of the riff. But we need to play the open D string, Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie, D string. Play that open, then hold down fret 2, on the D string. I'm using my middle finger there, as you can see. And then the ring finger's coming to the 3. And we've now got this based on the F major 7 chord that I talked about, okay? Obviously, I'm not using the middle finger. So that's why keeping that index finger primed on fret 1 is a really good idea while you're playing this part. So we're playing all on the D string to start with, 0, 2, 3, then picking the open G string with the index finger and middle finger with the middle finger. So first fret with the middle finger. The thumb plays the top 3 strings in finger style, index plays the G, middle plays the B, ring plays the E. That's a classical finger style rule, and I just like to use that to help assign my fingers to it, okay? So that's the first part. Next, you're going to change to a C chord. All you're going to do is you're going to leave the index finger on fret 1 where it is and bring the ring finger up to the 3rd fret on the A string. And once again, this C chord, a little bit like the F major 7, we don't need to press down with that middle finger. So all we're doing is holding down fret 1 and fret 3. We're going to play the fret 3 that we're holding down on the A string. We're going to play that, then open on the G, and then middle on the B to play this finger here, okay? So far. We're then going to let go of the A string completely with the ring finger and play an open A string. And then we're going to go index on the G, playing 0 and middle on the 1. Okay, so far. Now the song is obviously faster than what I'm playing, and I'll talk about how you can speed that up a little bit later, but just while you're learning it, just make sure it's nice and clean and you know what you're doing with your fingers. Now from here, you're going to bring the ring finger up. It's been on the D string, it's been on the A string, it's now going to go to the thickest string, the E string. So you're going to hold down on fret 3 on there. You're going to lift up finally with the index finger, you no longer need that. Pinching, so that means pulling 2 strings at the same time, the thickest string and the B string, and the B string's on a 0. And then the index playing the open G. Okay? Now, at that point, that is where things start to go round in a circle. So that's why I've stopped there. So let's play it from the beginning. Okay, very good. So hopefully you've got that. And then we're going to go round in a circle. So we're going to, as we're doing this, open 2, we're going to go to the 3 and start to repeat things. So this is the 3, 0, 1 on the D string, 3, 0, 1 on the A string, open on the A string, 0, 1. And then this time, rather than, we're still going to do the 3rd fret on the thickest string, which we did before with the open B string, but this time we're also going to need the 3rd fret on the B string as well. Now I like to use my ring and pinky finger for this. It just means that when we need to play the rest of the song, these fingers are free. But if you do need to do this or this, I understand, but it'd be really good if you could use the ring and pinky so that you're keeping these other fingers free to play this fast riff, okay? We're then going to pinch the E and the B string, and we just get that slightly different sound. So this is all the same, this is all the same, all the same, different, okay? And then we're going to pinch those 2, and then we're going to play the open G. And then everything is truly going to start repeating at that point, okay? So here we go. Repeat. Okay, so that gives you that part in the verse where the singing, and it's the intro and it's the verse. Da, 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 da. Okay, so the vocal is over that, and if that's too difficult for you to sing and play, you can always do the chords, which we'll get into right now, and this is pretty much the same order of chords throughout the whole song. So we've got F major 7, okay, so that's 1, 2 and 3, the chord is on screen. Then moving to the C, leave the index where it is, just move the middle and ring finger up to the D and the A string on fret 2 and 3. C, strum the bottom 5. For the F major 7, you strum the bottom 4, C, bottom 5. Then A minor, leave the middle finger where it is, just tuck the ring finger underneath on fret 2 on the G string, and leave that index finger where it is. So the index finger hasn't changed for any of those chords. Notice it's stuck, staying there. And then we change to a G. Okay, G is fret 2 on the A string, fret 3 on the thicker string, fret 3 on the thinner string. Okay, so that's your order of chords, which will serve you throughout pretty much the entire song. I'll tell you where there's a small change, but most of the time that's what's happening throughout the whole song. So rather than going, you could be da 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 da. See, it all fits. Okay, all right, I don't know all the words, obviously, hence all the da-das. So that is the chord progression that you're going to need. So the beginner version, just to recap, just down strums, F major 7, C, A minor, G. F major 7, C, A minor, G. Now if you're good with that, then let's look at making that rhythm a little bit more interesting and just pushing you a little bit, okay? So try this rhythm. Down, up, up, okay? So I'm doing down, up, and then when I'm about to do another down, I'm doing a chuck noise, illustrated on screen with these crosses, okay? So crosses basically means a muted strum or a percussive strum. Now to do this, I'm taking my my index fingernail in this particular case, because I don't have a plectrum. If I just show you on that camera, actually let's use that camera. So I'm taking my index fingernail to go down the strings, and to create that noise, now I can do that without fretting out a chord. I'm taking the palm of my hand here, laying it on the strings, and as I lay it on the strings, I'm also strumming at the same time to get this dead sound. You come from the wrist and hit the strings a little bit harder than you would normally. Now what you don't want is what I just had there. Did you hear that? You hear that sort of open? You don't want anything like that. You don't want any ringing of the strings, any noise essentially. All you want is that noise, that. Now when you're getting it right, you won't be getting any, noises like that, okay? So look for that dead muted sound. And to put that back in the rhythm, down, up, mute, up. Down, up, mute, up. okay? And that's what we do for one chord, and then we change chord after that. Down, up, mute, up, 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 down, up. Okay, so that is keeping the percussion going as you move through the tune. So let's hear it a little bit faster. Okay, and you can do that throughout the chorus. I had some now. Now, the only time where that changes is occasionally after he sings "Teamwork makes the dream work" in the chorus, you just do 2 bars of the G. It's the dream work. Well, I had some. You can hear that I'm doing the G twice. Then it goes round again, okay? So sometimes the G happens twice. That happens before the chorus starts. So that is... So just before I had some help, you do the G twice with that rhythm. So I really hope that's been helpful. It's been a great lesson. I've actually really enjoyed teaching it. And don't forget, you can get the tab to this. And if you have liked the lesson, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for the channel for more lessons. Keep on playing.